I'm Jay Lewis, and I just wanted to share something with you that is one of the keys to being happy here and now. It's to not take anything personally. Now, I know that's easy to say and so very hard to act on, but spiritual masters such as Don Miguel tell you not to take anything personally. Why are we told not to take anything personally, though? Is it because our spiritual masters want us to be a doormat and to allow others to just walk all over us? It's kind of silly, isn't it? But we've got to realize where someone is coming from when they try and hurt us, when they attack us, or when they do something that interferes with us. And when people hurt, when people attack, it's not because they are thinking wisely or they are their best selves. You are only hurting others when you yourself are in pain. And this goes across the board. Around the world, no matter who you are, if you are hurt, you are going to hurt someone. Or, if you are hurting someone, you are in pain yourself. And we must realize this when someone is attacking us directly. And it may seem as though it's just fun and games to them, or maybe something extremely serious. In the case of severe pain and severe loss. Whatever the case is, they are hurting because they are hurt, because they are not thinking clearly, and because they are blind to the energy and the love that is around them. And that's really sad. Now, I'm not saying you have to feel sorry for them, but you just don't have to take their attacks personally. Just let it roll off your back, because you know about the love, and you know about the energy that is all around you. And because of that, they are going to want to hurt you. Either because you remind them of something that they don't like about themselves, or, and this is most likely the case, you have something that they want. There is some aspect of you that makes them envious. Some aspect of you that even if they don't want to acknowledge it, it makes them jealous. It makes them not like you. Now, of course, people can like you for all sorts of reasons, including the right ones. But when we hurt each other, when we attack each other out of spite or out of hate, it is because we have something that the other person wants. Because that person has something empty within them, and they are trying to fulfill themselves by attacking you, and it is a futile effort. They cannot fulfill themselves by attacking you and expect themselves to be free of suffering when we bring it upon others. Now, we can forgive anything if we try hard enough. Does this mean forgiveness should be dealt out quickly? Does it mean that you should just be a doormat to others? Because that is what people think when they think of forgiving their enemies, or forgiving someone who hurts them. Forgiveness is not some doormat you leave out for others to walk on. Forgiveness has nothing to do with justice. You can forgive someone and still allow them to be brought into justice. Forgiveness means that you are letting go of the pain they are giving you, and you are allowing them to be dealt the karma that they should be receiving. It doesn't mean that you are going to personally hand it out, but that you are trusting the universe to do so, because that is what the universe will do. Forgiveness is not a doormat, and it's not something you should take lightly either. It takes time to forgive. takes energy. I know that. I'm not asking you to forgive someone immediately or just overlook someone's transgressions when they are in the process of harming you. I'm asking you to allow justice to be dealt. And when that justice is dealt, then move on from it. Do not allow them to hold you back from your evolution and your progression because they are in pain. You do not have to be in pain. Because they are empty, you do not have to be empty. That is what taking things not personally is all about. When we take these things personally, is because we feel that they are striking us because they want to strike us. Nobody really wants to hurt anyone. Not really. Not when we are our best minds and our best selves. We don't want to hurt each other when we are feeling good, when we are feeling right, when we are doing what we feel is right. When we feel good and we are thinking in a good way and we are being positive, we are only going to invite positivity. We are only going to want positivity. We are not going to want pain. And the quickest way you're going to send pain back to yourself, the quickest way is to hurt someone else. And sure, it may seem like they're having the time of their lives hurting you, or it may seem that it's going to be alright if I hurt this person. But that is a lie that their ego is telling them so they can continue being in pain and suffering. Your ego wants you to be in pain. It finds comfort there. That is why it wants you to take these things personally. Because an attack on you is an attack on somebody important. It is an attack on everything you are. Everything you are is this universe. And you are so much more than what your senses and what your body and what your mind tells you you are. And when you realize that you are so much more, and that you are part of this universe, and that you are within eternal love, and you are part of this eternal light, and you are in abundance with this energy that is around you, how could anyone truly hurt you? They can hurt your body, sure, but how can they really hurt you? When you are a part of the very universe, when you have all the energy of the universe, how can you be harmed? Let them harm your body. Well, don't really let them harm your body, but they can harm your body. And they can try and strike you at where you live. But how can they truly hurt you when you know that you are just part of this vast energy around you? When you love yourself to a point that you don't really need love from others. Not that it's not nice. Not that you can't love yourself and be in a good relationship. In fact, when you love yourself, you be in a great relationship. But when you take nothing personally, we must do it because we realize where the pain comes from, where others are attacking from. No one ever attacks from a place of abundance or a place of love. We only hurt because we feel as though we must, because we are not thinking clearly, because our judgment is clouded. That is the truth behind all pain and all suffering. That is why if you want to be happy, don't take anything personally. And don't take anything personally because someone told you to, because you read it in some book somewhere, or because a bunch of people said it was good not to do so. Don't take it personally because you know that you are part of this universe. because you know that when someone is trying to hurt you, it is only because they themselves are hurting. It is only because that they themselves are empty and they think that by hurting you they are going to fulfill something, and it's ultimately going to be futile. That is the truth behind the pain we inflict upon one another. If you look at the great wars and the great genocides we did, it is only because out of fear and hate and lack for love for our fellow men, and lack of compassion within ourselves, and a lack of love within ourselves, that all these suffering has come about. We do not hurt others because we are feeling good, because we feel that that's the thing to do. Anyone who's ever hurt anyone has never come from a place of wisdom, from a place of being a higher version of themselves. When we are our highest selves, when we are at a point of near enlightenment, we are not going to want to hurt, because it is pointless. It is pointless to bring suffering into our lives when none need there be. That is the point of taking things not so personally, because we know that this life is way too short to do so. Life is way too short for you to be holding these grudges and seeking revenge. Why seek revenge when justice can be dealt instead? We seek revenge because we feel as though we've been wronged in some way, because our pride is hurt, because our ego is hurt. And your ego is gonna want revenge. So don't take anything personally because you were told not to do so. Don't take it personally because you know about the abundance and the energy of this universe. And because you know that a person who is hurting someone is only a person in pain. This doesn't excuse their actions, of course. This doesn't mean justice can't be meted out. But it does mean you can move on. And it does mean that you do not have to be affected simply because they want to affect you. If you want to be happy, don't take anything personally. I'm Jay Lewis. Thank you.